All right. Let me do this. All right, guys. So the stream is about to start in approximately 7 or so minutes. There might be a bit of a delay from when you see it on Twitch and when you see it on, or when I see it at least, or wherever you're watching on YouTube or Google Hangouts or Twitch, as I said earlier. We'll be starting around 7:45, which is like plus or minus a minute because of the delays. Anyway, I apologize for the delays you've been having. We were supposed to start at 7:15, and I don't test my stuff. That was bad. You should test your stuff like you do on the exam. All right, guys. So I'll see you in just a moment. And his partner in the bot lane, Top. All right, so we're going to begin in approximately 1 minute or so. Yeah, technical difficulties. So you don't want to do this on the exam where you wait like the last second to do everything. So yeah. I don't have the chat enabled on YouTube, so I should probably enable that. Where is the YouTube? That's great. How do you enable the YouTube chat? Right, where is the chat? I'm pretty sure there's a way to enable it. I completely forgot how to do it. Sure. All right. So let's just kind of start it then. I'll kind of just go to things as we kind of go along. RIP ears. Okay, RIP ears. All right. Where am I going to? How do you do this? How did I set up my cameras? I don't know how I did anything. All right, guys, ignore the messy room behind me. Yeah. Wow, that frame rate's horrible. I should stop running like 30 million programs in the background and close Skype. No, Analytics comments metric. That's the funny thing, because edit basic info, and yeah, I have that enabled. I don't know why it's not appearing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the live stream, guys. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit from here, and hopefully the quality isn't absolute crap. So that's that. I'm gonna try to do. Okay, give me like 3 seconds. Let me see if I can try to get the stupid YouTube chat thing going on. Yeah, we have enable live stream things. Google Hangouts on air. Edit this. See, this is the funny thing. I'm trying to enable the chat thing. Yeah, it says chats should be enabled. And no, it's not. I think I'm going mad. Anyway, that's you. Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it. If you want to chat, we could do it through the Twitch chat, or we can do it through the Google Hangouts chat. The YouTube chat's not working. So go over to the other links. If you don't know the links, it's web.njit.edu/the squiggly thingy over the tab, JAT37. I could type that up if you want me to, but I don't think anyone needs me to. Twitch, you know you're broken, so I'm sorry. It's probably due to my crappy computer, because the bitrate is really bad. And I'm actually going to stop doing the Twitch thing. Continue to talk through Twitch because it works. That's the only thing that works. All right. So the first thing we're actually going to go over is the two main concepts that are new on this exam, but weren't new on previous exams. I'm increasing the volume, so yeah. And that's file I/O and dictionaries. So let's get started. Let me make sure I have some new stuff I can do. We're just doing Python 34. I don't recommend doing your file I/O or anything in Python 34, but it's going to be easier for me to do that. for now. All right, so hopefully you guys can see this. It's going to be super blurry for those on YouTube and Google Chat or Google Hangouts. So I apologize for that, but those are the only mediums to whom you can see me from, so you have to deal with it. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to make a new text document in there, and it's going to be called test. And in test, I'm going to write on 10 lines, 1 through 10, on each line. And even that's not responding. It's just great. We're going off to an excellent start. Great. Anyway, let me do that now. Open. This is really taking a toll on my system. And normally that's not a problem. By the way, I'm monitoring this chat on Google Hangouts and Twitch if you are new and you didn't hear it from earlier. All right. Wow, this is super laggy. Excellent. All right. So remember that file IO. So what are files? Files are these blocks of data that you can physically manipulate in your computer. So when you check your files, it's your applications, your text documents, your Excel pages, your Word documents, your homework. You should know what a file is. You should be handing in files for homework, and so on and so forth. So how do you open a file? Well, there's a convenient method called open. In open, you just put open, close parentheses. Inside, you have your little quote tickers, and you say the name of the file. So I have this test text document in the thing. Check out the YouTube page if you can't say anything. I'm well aware it's not working. Chat here. Watch here. Yeah, this is so annoying. I'm so sorry. Okay. How do you test it? Well, you know that there's now a file like that. And I should totally refresh this because I did not set it to anything. So let's restart the shell. All right, so I'm going to call that file is equal to open test.txt. There are several ways of manipulating your file and opening your file, and that's read line, read lines, and then the iteration over a for loop. So we're going to do the read lines method, or read line. Let's do read first, actually. File, read, and it pretty much just outputs everything. Now you might notice the little /n things. Those are the character sequence for a new line. So if I do file.close, remember to do file.close. I think you can restart. We don't need to teach you how to restart your file. So for all intents and purposes, use open and close. See, this is annoying. Okay, let's see if I can make this any bigger. That should be slightly better. Okay, hopefully you can read that. And we're gonna have to do that the whole time. Jeez Louise, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. All right. Yeah, sorry. This is so blurry, and I was not intending for this to happen. Normally, we don't have these issues, but clearly, the computer I have here is absolute crap. So, yeah, sorry. So I closed my file here, and I can reopen it. If you print out the read, then you see that it's outputted correctly. It doesn't print out as a string, it prints it out as output. And so it does the new line characters for you. All right. Okay. It's still blurry. I hate this. I'm sorry, people. Let's see how far down it goes. So we'll do that. All right. Next, print, or let's close up our file. The next method for opening your file is to do read lines, and what that's going to do is create a list of lines. Oh, I do that, and I've called it lines. I might call it lines. Lines equal to line. So let's print our lines. Yeah, set your video quality to hit 720p. It helps a lot because I am doing a webcam, quote-unquote webcam feed. We'll go over the differences between read lines, so on and so forth later. So print lines, you get a list with all the different lines. Notice that the end of each string, you get the new line character. So if you start printing out every line, that's when you start getting duplicates, like I did for line in lines, print line. Notice that you get this extra space, and that's because you have the new line character at the end of each line. The next method is read line. So let's close our file again. File.close. And then file. What was the thing again? It's over here. What file.readLine does is it reads one line at a time. So if I do lines equal to file.read line, okay. So if I print out the line, you get your single line, and you still get the \n. So how do we iterate over it? Well, you want to do while line not equal to a blank character, because at the end of each line, you get the new line character until the absolute last line. So if you do this, and you do print line, and then you do line is equal to file.read line, you actually get each individual line. By the way, a way to manipulate your print statement so it doesn't do the new line, you can do this. So I'm going to go all the way up here, file.newline, did that, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. There's a thing you can do, it's called end. If you do end equals blank string, you don't get that new line feed. So let's open our while loop, and we'll do end equal to blank line. You don't need to know this, but it might appear on the exam. In fact, I actually have the exam, but I'm going to pretend I've never read it. So yeah, actually I have skimmed through it, but I haven't actually went through it that hard. What I can tell you is there's a turtle problem. So if you don't know turtle, brush up on it. So that was read line. So we did read lines, read line. The other one, the last one, is actually really easy. So let's do a file.close. I'm sorry for this weird feedback thing. I don't know why it's appearing. Let's see if I can actually do something about that. Oh, you know, the thing is, if I try to fidget with something, I tend to break everything. But I'm going to try not to break it for the sake of everyone's ears. Okay, that still does that weird fuzzy thingy. All right, testing. All right, whatever. We're going to deal with it. Okay, so I'm not leaking the exam. I'm sorry. Next is to do the equals open test.txt. I almost did it once. It was hilarious. By the way, the second parameter is the mode that you want to open your file in. So R is for read, but you don't need to. If you're going to read, you don't need the R. I recommend you put there anyway. I just want to save keystrokes. So okay. All right. So this is for line in file. So the file handle, which is the object that gets returned when you do the open method, is a collection of lines. So what you can do is our line and you get that. Of course, the same issue. You get the new line character in the end for everything. So if you want to do it, you should do the end equals anything. If you're right, I can just stop the live stream. I'm joking. I'm a horrible person. So yay. So those are the ways you can open your file. So let's go review again. So we have read, which just has a single string. I know. I know this is not the most efficient way to do it, but yeah, you're gonna get like people are just posting comments on the YouTube video, which is hilarious. So yeah, I don't know why the live chat isn't working. All right, so read just gives you a string of the entire file. Read lines gives you a list of the different lines. Read line reads one line at a time for every call, and your for loop just iterates over each individual line. That's basically file I/O for reading. Now let's talk about writing. So file equals our file dot close. So we're done with this file. You should close your streams. It frees up resources in the middle of your application. For our intents purposes, for reading, it doesn't make a difference, but for writing, if I put my microphone receiver over there, it does less interference. Go figure. You don't need to close for reading necessarily because it closes it at the end, but it frees up resources and it's just good practice. You do get points off if you do forget to close. For writing, it's more important because it does not flush the stream, so you just end up with a blank file at the end, which is bad if you opened a file for writing because it deletes everything and then you didn't put anything back. All right, so a file is equal to open. I'm going to call this test2. Oh yeah, the Twitch chat thing. It's let's do this. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Print yeah, that's the Twitch TV chat. Go there to chat. Yeah, for writing, file is equal to open, and we're gonna call this test2. Test2.txt, and let's open it for writing. All right. So there's really one way to write. It's this, and he doesn't write new lines; it just writes that string character. So if I do hello, and then it returns a how many characters you wrote, but you normally don't do that. If I do hello world, and then I do file.close, remember, if I can spell it, would be great. I can open my file, and guess what? You can't see anything. Woohoo! Let's do a screen capture. I just do a general screen capture, please. All right, general screen capture for the win. And give me this thing to work with. So you can't really see it. It's almost impossible to see. Let's see if I do a Notepad ++, so I can make it really big for people. So you have 11 people watching. Yay! You're awesome. Okay, my dual-core CPU is definitely being like melted here. The thing is, I moved my good CPU to my server, which is bad. Well, it says hello world on one line, which is not what we wanted to do. If you want to do a new line character, you need to actually put that \n in there. So \n. \n does not register as 2 characters. It registers as a single character. Let's load. Oh, I know why this is not loading. It's because I have something on my server. Poopy. All right. It says hello world on 2 lines. Contrary to popular belief, the file.writeLines function does not write lines. It does, for strings, it does the same exact thing. Yeah. It does the same exact thing for strings, and for lists, it just does everything on really a single line, all the contents. So, yeah. Okay, I should start reading these emails because people are posting to YouTube, which I'm gonna have to deal with. That's a consequence. So if we have 3 different platforms and we're not using it all. So okay, for the intents of all intents and purposes for our scope of looking at Python, assume it frees up the resources correctly. Well, we don't need to. We're really emphasizing the idea of what's it called, abstraction, where you don't need to know what's going on inside. So just take our words for it and say that it does. Anyway, that was file IO, and do you guys want to do a whatchamacallit? You guys want to do a file problem now, or want to go over dictionaries and then we'll just do our problems afterwards? I'll leave it to the Twitch chat, and there's going to be like a 1-minute delay. It's going to be hilarious. Yes, this video will stay on YouTube. So the link that you're watching the video on YouTube, you can go back to it later. And yes, we are going over our exams later. Yes, you can watch it on YouTube later. I think I answered that question like 17 times. All right, let me close this thing. Okay, let's go over file problem now, because that's what one person said, and apparently there's only one person here. All right. So if you guys don't know my link to my website, it is, well, let's see. I could give you my main website, but I don't want to put a plugin for mine. Let's go to this link. I have about 5 practice exams. Well, I guess the last one doesn't really count. Make sure you go into common exam number 2. So I'm going to go look into, let's go to practice 2, because my class already did practice 1. All right, so practice 2. All right, we're going to look at question 13. So let me actually bring up the screen capture for this. All right. Okie dokie. Okay, hopefully this should be big enough for you all to see. Oh, yeah, maybe it's not. Nope, that's not what I was trying to make bigger. There we go. All right, so write a function named longest word that finds the length of the longest word in each line in a file and writes that length to a new file. The function longest word takes 2 string parameters. The first parameter is the name of an input file that exists before longest word is called. The second parameter is the name of an output file that longest word creates to. Creates and writes to. Assume that the input file contains only letters and white space. Assume that the input file is in the current working directory and writes the output file to that directory. And the function longest word should only write a line to the output file only if the line in the input file is not empty, as it contains at least 1 word. For example, if the following is the content of the file trouble.txt, we surely got trouble right here in River City. Gotta figure a way out to keep the young ones moral after school. The following function call, longest word in f out f with these parameters, should create the file longest word.txt with the content. So notice that the blank lines get skipped. So yeah, guys, YouTube, whatchamacallit, go to Google Hangouts for the watching. I can. Chat in Twitch and watch you. All right. So guys, I'll leave you to do this prompt. It's problem 13 on practice 2 on my website. Get going. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to work on it. By the way, so Dr. Cohen, he loves doing lots of like cultural references. Usually they're really old cultural references. So yeah. And if you don't want to make a Google account, oh, sorry. All right. By the way, I'll be doing the check-in at about 8:20 and 9 o'clock. So I'm gonna, or no, 8:20 and 8:45. What that means is you can check in for office hours at both times, and you have to check in for both times. So I didn't, let me make sure you didn't watch it for like 1 minute just to check in for office hours. It will count for this week, so 29 to the 5th, so not last week. And by the way, if you hear that weird jingle sound that you've been hearing a while, that's because someone posted something on the YouTube or the Google Plus page, and therefore it beeped. It does whatever. So about 2 more minutes for you to solve it on your own. Normally you're not going to have 5 minutes to do the problem, but at least figure out your plan, figure out what you want to write, some rules that you may want to keep in mind. Do as much code that you know and write it in, because you do get points for the header, for your return statements, and most of them return, except for the turtle problem. Turtle problems never return. So yeah. So regarding the resources that get freed up, so yeah, not necessarily they're freed up. It won't be necessary that the resources will be freed up. I think it's part of Python 3's garbage collection. So it does it when it feels necessary, I suppose. I think as soon as you dereference the object, it'll do it eventually. You can test it out if you have a program that monitors the access of a file, but you don't have to worry about it. You definitely have to worry about the exam, because you'll be the only one to access your own file, I guess. There's a lot of things that we talk about briefly here, especially with the roadmap projects and the like namespaces. We do go over briefly namespaces at the end of the semester, or the next couple of weeks after the exam. So there's that. We'll talk about dictionary after this problem. So there's that. $8.15. So we're gonna do $8.15. All right. Oh, I don't have my drawing tablet. plugged in. I'm too lazy to do it. So yes. All right, so let's get to writing code because that's what we're all here for, right, guys? So let's go over here. Let's make a new file. It would help if this program would like using XSplit, and it's being very finicky right now. Let's make a new new scene. Yes, I know it's a black screen. Don't feel afraid of the dark, guys. All right, so here's our new screen. All right, so if you go back to the prompt here, it says that we want to have a function longest word. It takes 2 string parameters, so it's an input and an output file. So I don't have my drawing stuff, so this is your step 1. So what you kind of want to do is doing these problems, how I do it at least, is you make a little checklist. So this is my 1. Well, my 1 is the function header. My number 2 is your string parameters. So it tells you what this here. This is just your FYI. And so this is your 3. You should only write to an output file once if the line is not empty. So you need to do a check. So you need to, that's 3 and 4. 3 would be to check if the line is not empty, and then 4 is to be actually writing. And where is it? And this was your 5 to find the actual length. So it's a random order, but you kind of get the idea. It's hard when I don't have markers, and I'm not gonna like draw all over my like $400 monitor. So let's start with step 1. Let's define our longest word. Now with step 1. Step 2 is do our parameters. So I'm going to call it inf and outf. Depending which instructor you have, I'm assuming most of you are from my class. I did briefly go over the with statement. So we're doing with and without the with statement. Yeah. All right, so without the with statement. So I'm going to call it the input handle. It'd be very helpful if I could type. Handle is equal to open inf. There's a delay because there's so many things going on. Streaming to Twitch, streaming to Google Hangouts, XSplit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, open NF output. So we did our open and close. You can't do this in the exam. I mean, it's kind of just like to just prevent you from like shifting your stuff on your paper. Oh, yeah, I should really turn this to a lowercase p. You should close at the end, but you don't know when you're going to close. So just like write a little note to your side. The practice exams you can get off my website. I can send them out to the rest of the CAs, but you can get it from my website here. So remember, open, close. I would say there's about 4 points. This would be like 2 points for the open and the close. Now let's read through the files. I need to keep track of the line numbers. So for line in input handle, suffices. He said, assume that it's only letters in white space. You don't have to do your, you don't have to do lower because it doesn't matter. And you don't have to do your, I was going to say like thin gummy what, but that's not a word. You don't have to worry about punctuation. That's it. All right. Oh, yeah, it would help if I showed you guys the code. I'm pathetic. I am horrible. Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that. Let's go over that again. Write your definition, write your input, your parameters, open and close your files. It would help to show you guys. All the things I'm thinking about. It's horrible. All right, so how do we find how do we get the words in the line? Well, let's split it up. So let's call it words is equal to line dot split. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can see the code now. I'm okay. Does anyone actually know this reference? I don't know this reference. Probably someone's gonna kill me. Words equal line dot split. I'm gonna try for proctoring the exam to get my own room. So I know the instructors usually have their room and then a CA. I'm gonna see if I can get 2 CAs, and I want to be one of them, so I can do my flight attendant speech. Yeah, welcome to CS100. Please keep all your arms and oh, well, it's just a roller coaster speech, but whatever. Anyway, am I going to have the answer key to all 5 exams? I'll think about that because I have to write through it. I actually have an assignment due tonight. I'll think about it. If you need answers for it, just send me an email. If you need answers for specific things. For the multiple choice, just run the program and see if it works. And if you want to do programming, test if it works. And if you want a real answer, you can just email me. My email is JAT37. All right, so we got our words. How do we go through each word? Oh, let's get our longest word is 0. Oh yeah, we should probably do this thing. What was the bad variable name? Wait, what? Output handle. Wait, what? This isn't even annoying. Wait, whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep yelling stuff in the chat. Wait, what's wrong with output handle? Whatever. Just keep telling me in the chat what's going on. I don't see anything wrong with it. And it's just a variable name. And this is gonna be really laggy. If words, okay. Did I really? Where? I forgot to put the equal in open. Oh, okay. I don't know why. There is an equal sign there. I don't know. So it was just in the stream. I don't know why it wasn't there. It was there. Yeah. I don't know why. It's there. It is there. It's an artifact. Yeah. Now you make me go mad. Okay. It's greater than the longest. And then, yeah. Right, and then we just I cannot type for the life of me. Okay. By the way, shout outs to Terry for answering questions in the chat. It's helping me out a lot. This doesn't say to return anything, so I'm not returning anything. So let's go over my solution. So we start with a definition. Duh, write a function. So let's define a function. We have our input and our output files. So those are the parameters asked. I use inf, outf. I'm only using them once. So yeah, that's why. We create our handles, our file handles. Let me go. I have to keep looking at the stream to make sure there's no random artifacts and it looks like there's stuff. So we open it. So for reading, you should probably put it. It's good practice. It's easy to read. It's more explicit, cooler. Output handle, we have outf and then w. It means we're opening it up for writing. There are these one-line solutions. The only danger is if you screw up the one line, you lost pretty much all your points, so avoid them. Now for line and input handle, the input handle, for all intents and purposes, perhaps is not necessarily the way. It is a collection of lines. It's actually a collection of content, but so you can iterate over it, and it just returns each line. Unlike the read lines, I think it does not do the new line character. So I might be wrong. Someone correct me on that. We have to check. It says it should not write if it's not empty. So we check if it's empty. If it's empty, then continue to the next iteration. Also, words is equal line.split. We want to get our list of words. Our longest we want to set to 0. What's the shortest possible word that should appear in there? It's 0. Actually, do I want to do a letters and white space, right? So I guess you do have to check if contains at least one word. I guess you should theoretically check I guess if you really want to save your butt, because I guess they could trick you and put a line with just white space, and the split would get rid of it. So yeah, if longest is 0, that would be a check for that. We'll test this. Yeah, that would be a problem, I guess, if they wanted to trick you into saying that there is a line with just white space, because then the length isn't necessarily 0. And I guess you could strip it, but whatever. So I do my for loop, iterate over the words, check the longest word, and set the longest to the length of the word. I guess that works. Any questions? You guys want to take this much slower. You're going to have a lot more time. If you don't know, the exam's at 4 o'clock. The registrar's website does say 4:30 or 4:15 or whatever you want to look at, or your Moodle page might say it. It's at 4 o'clock. It's definitely 4 o'clock. If you're late, well, you're late. You don't get your time back. I'm not looking at Twitch chat as like hard, because Terry is there. Awesome. The words dot split part. Words dot split. Wait, which part? Which part are you confused about? And then I'll go back to it. This is annoying with delay with Twitch chat. Oh, by the way, so it's 8:28. Guys, hit me up. That sounded wrong. Go to email me jt37 at njit.edu and email me your name and your section number. If you don't know your section number, well, look it up, please. It saves me a lifetime. Chat, I apologize. You're going to hear a lot of like beeping. That's my email notifications. So everyone start spamming me with your emails. You're going to have to do this twice. So start sending your emails with your name and your section number. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. You can just sign in. So sign into what? Oh, if you want to do your, it's just for office hours for the week. So if you want your office hours for the week, you can just sign in here. Okay. So if you want your office hours for the week of the 30th to the 3rd, you can sign in by emailing me now and then emailing me in like 20 minutes. And then in 20 minutes, I'm going to have you guys to email me a specific thing. All right, so let's go over dictionaries now. I'm actually going to close this, and now we're going to open the shell. So what's a dictionary? Well, do I have my Webster's dictionary with me? I guess I don't. I have my Spanish dictionary, but I don't think that's going to help out. So in a dictionary, what is a dictionary? It is a collection of key value pairs. What's a key value pair? Well, in a dictionary, you have a word and you have a definition, and that's kind of how it works. You have a key, which relates to the word in the dictionary, and you have your value, which relates to the definition of in your dictionary. So they named it appropriately, did they not? So let's do, so I'm going to call it number 2 words dictionary, and this is pretty much the standard one I'll use as an example. We have 1, we have 2, and we have, I could probably type this correctly. All right, so if we have number 2 words, let's show it off. There it is. 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to 2, 3 is associated with 3. So if I do num 2 words, 1, we get 1. Remember, it does not work in the reverse direction. So if I did the 1, whoops, we get it. Whoops. We don't get that error. We're meant to get another totally different error. We don't have it. It's not there. It's missing. So remember, it doesn't go in reverse. It's probably one of the questions. I haven't looked at the exam thoroughly to tell you exactly, so I can kind of just give you that hint. So there's that. Your keys can be anything that's immutable. But what's immutable? Anything that can't be changed. The definition of 1 can't be changed. Strings can't be changed. Every time you edit or modify a string, you're actually creating a new string. So numbers can't be changed. Booleans can't be changed. But quite frankly, if you're making a dictionary for Booleans, well, and I don't know. You can mix and match your keys. So you can have number keys. You can have not number keys. Strings for keys. Another thing you can use a tuple, which is an immutable list. You can't use a list because a list can change. You can add and delete things off the list. So keep that in mind. So what are dictionaries useful? Well, we can do things like organizing grades or such. So let's do this. We have a dictionary of grades. So we're going to assume there's one of each. This might not be the most ideal thing to do, but we're going to assume that we have our friend Bob, and Bob got a 76 on his exam, and then like Jane got a 98 because she's apparently really smart, and I'm a failure. I'm Jan. I got a 32, or not a 22, 32. And then we're gonna say that like, I should probably use people's names in the Twitch chat. That'd be more interesting. Josh got like 2 because he put his name. All right. So we'll make a dictionary called grade count. And we're gonna go. We're gonna put, or actually, we're gonna do grade count. We're gonna have A is going to be a list. Whoops, it's gonna be grade. Bleh. B is going to be equal to a list. C is going to be equal to a list. Yeah, this delay is not fun at all. D is going to be a list. So what we're going to do is we're going to associate the names, the letter grades, to people who got that grade. So, and I was about to say E, but that's not a grade. And we have F. Okay, so if I do grade count, by the way, if you do this on your computer, you may notice that the letters may change. Depending on your computer and the way that Python works on your specific OS, the order may change. Dictionaries aren't ordered. There's no way you can even define them as ordered. So the way you want to really, you just gotta kind of work on them as is. There is a way to order the keys, but for the scope of this course, you don't need to figure it out. If you're really interested in a lot of different things you can do in Python, I suggest you look it up. There's a useful tool. It's called Google, and it helps you get resources and answers to everything. So that's great. So let's do this. For the way you do this is for key in your dictionary. There is another way to do this, but I'll show you that in just a bit. And by the way, I will go back to the file problem, showing you the width, because I did say I was going to go over it. For key and grades, let's get the grade is equal to grades and key. All right, and we're going to do our pretty if-else thing. So if the grade is, does this still work? Someone correct. Well, we're going to see if it works. If the grade is in between 100, equal to 100, and but greater, but we're going to say grade equal to 90. Then we're going to say grade count of A append key. Then elif now you can use strings as keys because strings are immutable. You can't modify strings. Elif your grade. I am doing a really long example. I apologize for this. Grade is less than or equal to 80. Then do it for B, C, D. I think most of the people failed anyway, so no one cared. And then I could just copy and paste the rest. $80 to $70, C, 70 to 60, and then really anything else, you just want to append it to grade count F because you failed. And then let's check out grade count. All right, so Jane got an A, no one got a B, Bob got a C, and then Jen and Josh failed. So, yeah. So strings are immutable. You can't modify strings. So if I try to do it, so if I had a S equals to hello world, and I have had a list is equal to 2, 3. I could change the list at position 0 to be 3. Oops. I say 1. I meant say L. Oh, L is now 3, 2, 3. But if I do S at position 2 is not equal to J, I can't do that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. There's my dictionary example. So, dictionary problem now, guys. Do I have a dictionary over here? Sure. Let's do question 12. So let me make sure I switch the seating correctly so you can see question 12. The letters A, E, I, or U are the only vowels, right? A function named vowel use dict to takes a string, all right. Write a function named vowel use dict. It takes a string T as a parameter and computes and returns a dictionary with a number of words in T containing each vowel. Assume that the given text contains only lowercase letters and white space. Input T, a string consisting of lowercase letters and white space. It returns a dictionary in which each vowel is a key and its value is the number of words containing that vowel. For example, the following be correct output. Text like a vision, she dances across the porch as the radio plays. Probably some cultural reference I don't understand. If you print it with that call, that's what it returns. Note that the order does not matter for that. So, yeah. So I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to do this. It's gonna suck tomorrow. I'll do my flight attendant speech, and my voice is gone. I probably shouldn't be on the microphone while drinking water. That is totally a good point. Yeah, this output is never correct. How many E's? 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, I missed one, didn't I? 1, 2, 3. Is there only 3? Okay. The output's supposed to be something like that. Yeah. I'm gonna write my solution now, just so I kind of know what's going on. Yeah, I lied. Yeah, the output's correct. There's, I don't know whoever said, yeah, there's one E here. There's an E here. There is, where's the other one? Like, she dances, yeah. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. There are 5 E's. The output's correct. Okay, I actually ran the code. All right. Like Terry said, we're not going to test you on advanced data structures, but if you want to use them, feel free to use them. I know Caplo likes to teach you guys different things. I know the set method he likes to teach a lot for removing duplicates, and I'll go over that briefly after this, and then we'll go over one of the practice exams. So there are 3 I's, but the output says 4. Well, let's go look at that. Like has an I, vision has an I, and radio has an I. There and wait, hold on. Radio, hold on. I just was no. Like has an I. Vision has an I. Where's the other I? Oh yeah, there are 3 I's. Yeah, there are 3. Just 3. There are 3 I's. There are 3 I's, but there was just 4. No, there are 3. Good. See how many of you little freaks have spammed my email. You should only count it once. Once per word. Once per word. If you have any questions, like clarifications, I will be happy to clarify. If you ask me what the meaning of life is, I will happily answer, I do not know. Oh my goodness, my email address. My email address, or my email account has been destroyed. You guys are great. And all of you are from my class. Well, most of you are in my class. You guys are awesome. Nope, I have not shown the code yet. I'll give you guys 1 more minute. All right, it's 8:50. So let's, I'm just going to show you guys what I have. Might be easy that way. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that's not what I wanted either. Let's just do screen capture. Can I do it without locking it to a thing? There we go. And let me get rid of that. All right, and let me get rid of this one. Okie dokie. So what do we have over here? Well, it says we want to write a function named valuesDict, so let's do that, and it takes a string, so let's do that as well. Okay, let me post this actually. This makes more sense. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to waste time doing that. Terry, do you mind going and posting on the Google Plus page or the YouTube comments to go to the Twitch chat for chatting? So yeah, that'd be helpful. So it says we need to write our input as our parameter is t, and our return is a dictionary. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Well, you can do this in code. You can't really do this in real life. We're going to put our return, which is a dictionary. So I'm going to define my dictionary, and I'm going to define my function name, and I'm going to define my string, t. It doesn't have to be t. I don't think any person's going to take off for that if you changed it to whatever. Preferably keep it short. T, have your dictionary, and return your dictionary. Okay? Now, it tells you to use your vowels, and the vowels will be your keys in your dictionary. So, instead of doing a blank dictionary and then a string of vowels, someone already posted this before, I'm just going to predefine them. So I have my vowels as keys, and I have the values set to 0, because those are the counts that we're going to have returned later. So I did 2, 3, 4, 5 steps in like a single line. Remember, when you do your single line solutions, make sure they're done correctly, because when they're not done correctly, well, you lost a lot of your points. Next, for word in t.split, preferably you want to split it on one line and then iterate over it. I just did it in another one-line solution. So I did that. Now for a vowel and dictionary. So normally you would iterate over the vowels in a string, but since the vowels are set as keys in our dictionary, I can just do that. Now, if the vowel is in the word, so this will count it. If it's in there twice, it doesn't matter, because it'll still go for true. Add our counter. Add 1 to our counter. This was just a diagnostic line, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going mad, and I can tell you guys which letter was contained, which letter. You don't need this line. Don't put it there. And then at the end, return. Okay, yeah. Do your one-line solutions. The thing is, if you mess up your one-line solutions, yeah. Yeah. Remember, you don't have to lower your string, by the way. Oh, shoot. Because it says assume that the given text is all lowercase. So, yeah. Any questions, guys? Is there anyone here that's not from mine or Terry's section? That probably wasn't the most optimal grammar. Just out of curiosity. We use split so we can divide the string into words. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, your solution doesn't work. Wait, hold on. Yeah, your solution doesn't work. Did you test the solution? Because this is for Alan. Wait, does this work? Let's see. Oh, well, that's not working for me. RAR. Do you have to import collections? Yeah. Where is the what's the import statement for it? Import. Oh, this doesn't work for me. I forgot where counter is defined. Oh. If you know these advanced constructs and they work, feel free to use it. For the life of me, I can't get counter to work. Counter, I know, is an object. Oh, did they move it from collection? I know it wasn't 2. It was. I was well aware it was in the thing. No module name counter. Import from collection import counter. Yeah, from. Oh, right, because I'm dumb. Collection. Wow, that's great. Output absolutely nothing. And then you have to don't forget to cast your counter into a dictionary. Yeah. Is there a way to get the object out of counter? So yeah, that did work. Now how do you get the object out of it? Because now you get a counter object. But whatever. Yeah, it works. So no, the function works. You just have to make sure you have the import statement correctly. So yeah. See, you can use whatever advanced constructs they work, as long as they work. And then if we grade it incorrectly, just dispute it. So you guys are fine. All right, I don't think I spent like an extra 5 minutes on that. Good job on that solution. But for readability, you should probably break up your, yeah. If you're going to do it for readability in the workplace, you probably want to break it up. Just so someone else who walks across your code can traverse through it. All right, I spent way too much time on that, whatever. So we're going to go through, just brush up on your turtle. I don't think we need to, yeah, we're going to ignore the advanced solutions. The one actually I will go over is, excuse me, the with statement. Right, so let's go over the questions here. So we're going to take polls. Yes, the other tests are on my webpage. This is practice 2, by the way. All right, so let's go over the questions over here, guys. I want you to yell the letter that you think. So question 1, the import function. Yeah, sure. You need to cast this, I'm pretty sure, because it's not returning the dictionary. It's returning the counter object. Yes, the turtle will have two parts, right? Be prepared for 2 parts. I forgot. All right. So, question 1. I was going to make a program that did the pie chart, but I forgot. I was at Castle Point Anime Convention today, so I slacked, and I'm hungry. So while you guys answer this question, we'll go over the turtle problem after we go over the 10 multiple choice. So you guys go over this. I'm going to go find a munchie really quickly. And while we're going over it, do questions 1 and 2. So do 1 dash your answer for A, and then 2 dash your answer for B. This is practice exam 2, questions 1 and 2 on my website. I have like 10 years. Well, I had 10 years. Now I have like 20 because the other classmates have been advertised this class. It's like we have a whole class. All right, so let's go over this. For I in range -3 to 0, I would explain that. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in the code, and we are going to run it. So let me make this small enough that you guys can see. Actually, maybe I just open it twice. It might make my life ever so slightly easier. So, okay. For I in range, remember range is a collection object of sorts. And I'm going to do print I. The end just means it's going to all print on one line. We got -3, -2, -1. The answer is D. For all you D people, congratulations. Next. Gee, I still have to like. All right, I'm typing up. By the way, if you're wondering why my keyboard is so loud, it's called a mechanical keyboard. These things are awesome. They're loud and obnoxious. I love it. If people in my class want me to bring mine in so that I can be loud and obnoxious in class, just shout out right now. Oh, I'm doing Java. I don't know what the heck I'm typing. The reason I'm not copying and pasting is because PDFs really screw up the indentation. So to avoid it all together, I'm just going to type it up myself. Oh, by the way, yeah, I should probably go over the previous one. I'm going to go back to the question one after I'm done typing this up. All right, back to the previous one. When you do a range from a negative number or from a, what's the definition? Is it the lesser number? Because, let me check this. Range from, or is it a high? Okay, when you go from a negative number to 0, it prints backwards, going up to the number. Right, yeah, if you go from a lower number to a higher number, it goes to that number once. Once again, shout outs to Terry for the awesome chat help. I probably should give him moderator status. Let's go to my dashboard. All right, so this one. How does this work? Well, we have a string called hodge. Sure. Count is 0, IDX is equal to 0, when IDX is less than the MS. So this is going to be your counter. So this is kind of be the equivalent of our for loop. It's the same model. So it's kind of more like for I in range, or for I in range len of mess. So that's kind of how it works. If the mess count is the mess count of the substring, or no, wait. Oh, okay, they're counting the letter that they have and seeing if there's more than one in that letter. So in this case, you add the amount, otherwise you just add 1. Okay. So you're going to get 1 for each of these characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you're going to add how many of the counts there. So there are 2 O's, so that's an extra 2, or an extra 4. That's an extra 4, right? Well, it's an extra 2 in this case, because he already counted it previously. That brings up to 13. There's 2 D's, 2 G's, and 2 E's. So that's an extra 8, pretty much. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 11 plus 8 is 19. Yeah, that was a bit confusing. So that's how question 2 works. Iterate it over yourself if you're confused. All right. Let's go on to question 3 and question 4. I'll give you guys about a minute or 2 to go over that. If it's range -3 to 1, it would add 1, or add 0 to the end. So it'd be -3, -2, -1, 0. So, oh yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah, the answer to number 2 is E. It's 19. Oh wait, no it isn't. No it isn't. It's 18. Oh wait, hold on. It's 19, but I did miss one line. Yeah. I did miss a no I didn't. I'm a liar. It's 19. It's E. Yeah. So on to I should probably scroll. Yeah, question 3. Question 3 and 4. I'm so smart. You'll be emailing me in like 5 minutes. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna now email me, guys, the answer. You're gonna email me your name and your section and the answer to question 3 and question 4. Okay, so destroy my email box now. I will cross-reference those who emailed me the first time and the second time. Second time, I might be more lenient if it's you didn't email the first time. I may be. This is an interesting one. So email them answers to 3 and 4. By the way, if you are also another CA for CS100, just email me so I can make you a mod on the chat. Just email me your Twitch name. All right, so question 3. The answer is A. They have to be integers. You can't use letters. So if you picked A, congratulations. Just pick your best. So most of you haven't tested this ever if you were to be given this question. So use your best guess. We've never taught you with letters, and it doesn't work. So go figure. That's why we taught you it's letters. It's not numbers. And then let's go down to question 4. I'll give you guys another minute or two while I type this up. By the way, I'm usually not this bad with my streaming. Usually I plan on the schedule, but I didn't really do that this time, so sorry. You're gonna settle for this, which isn't too bad. I will be doing this again for the final exam, by the way, just so you guys are aware. I might do it more than once. Okay, question 4, the answer is 2. So what you have here is you have 2 dalu. I do not get these references. So for I in range parting, so we're going to do the length of here minus this one. If we did get the n1, it would actually be an error because you do an I plus 1, which you can't access. So if parting I plus the next part is in a list. So if the sequence of these two characters is in the list, add it to, there. So this only repeats it. So there is the combination of, wait, hold on. For I am parting. Oh yeah, so there's only, this isn't a sequence of 2 characters, so you would never go through here. And it doesn't matter, in counts once. So we have 2 sequences of double O's, so the answer is B. Yes, we're still chatting through here. Question 3, you can't use letters for slices. This is practice 2.2 on my website. The link is posted in the chat. All right, guys, question 5 and 6. If you haven't done so already, to sign into office hours, you should destroy my email box by telling me your name, your section, and your answers to A and B. Or not A and B, 3 and 4. Or 5 and 6. Or 7 and 8. It's up to you. I think I did by accident. No. Sorry. Oh, email JAT37. So, yay. Just so you guys know, us CAs are doing this from the bottom of our hearts. I don't know what Terry's going to do. I don't put this in for my time, for what I get paid for. I do this because I love doing this. This is my 4th time being a classroom assistant. And so, yeah, this stream is not in any way sponsored by NJIT. But it is sponsored in part by my group, NJIT, where I'm using this crappy PC because my main PC is in my dorm, which I'm not in there right now. I thought it would work better at my home where my internet speed is super good, but it's not. But if you want to help support us a bit, you can kind of subscribe to like YouTube and to my Twitch. Yeah, I'm doing a plugin, but I can. All right, so the answer number 5. We have X characters because I am weird. X characters is Mystic Wolverine, vowels A-E-I-U for vowel, and vowels for care in X cares. If the vowel is not in the care, then yeah, print it out. So I just run it probably. But I'm gonna put this in my thing. Right. Your link's Terry, by the way, if you didn't know that. The reason I don't put this in my hours is usually because I already exceed 8 hours, and CAs are only allowed to work 8 hours a week. It kind of blows. It blows a lot. A lot of things at school. What? Okay, what? I think I have way too many indentations here. Okay, hold on. All right, and that statement goes here. So the answer is MW, MWWM. So the answer is D. So, yeah. We're allowed to go 20 per week? When did they change that? Whoa, screw that. Okay, now I'm adding like 50,000 hours a week. They changed it? Oh, whoa, what? I didn't know that. Okay, time to... Oh, I should do live streams every week then. Yo, what? I had no idea. Angel never tells me anything. She actually scolded me last year for putting more than 8 hours. What the heck? That's whatever. Yeah, that's dumb. Go from 2 to the end. 6 is flu. Right? Print flu. So the answer is E. Remember, slice of a list is a list. So, yeah. The answer is E. 6 is E. 10 to 15 hours a week or 10, 15 hours bi-weekly? Yo, I had no idea. Yo, I'm being ripped off here. And already like more weeks in the semester. That's horrible. All right, questions 7 and 8. Okay, I'm getting ripped off. That's horrible. I had no idea. Okay, that's horrible. All right. I'm definitely putting more. That's funny. All right. So shout out to Terry. He helped me get more money in my life. Especially since I spent like so much money on anime figures today. Originally it was 8. So I think when they raised the pay rate from 8 to 8.50, I think they added the hours too. So I got yelled at for putting 9 before. So I was always under the impression. So man, this school rips you off. Oh, yeah. What about it? The continue statement? If the vowel, it never really. Wait. Just, hold on. How does this work? A vowel not in character, then just skip it. Yeah, just look it over question 5 and just iterate it over yourself. I don't remember the actual logic for this, and I don't want to spend the time to go over it. All right, because it prints the single. Yeah, you're right. Because it prints out the single character. There are 2 for statements in question 5 because they can. By the way, exam 5 is just to test your brain. It's not actually relevant. So you could do questions, exams 1 through 4. All right, so question 6, like I said, it's key. Question 7, so we have a function. We're putting in things. Cares and Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman cares never gets used. So, yeah, cool. If the key Wonder Woman is in the dictionary, then return it, otherwise return none. So the answer is B. You guys, I'll be up for most of the night. So if you want to email me, can I have a solution to this question? Just email me. So keep that in. You could do that. I'll be up for a while. What else was I going to say? But for the multiple choice, just run it yourself. So yeah, the answer for 7 is B. 8 is a classic. You're gonna find if it's not on this exam, you're gonna find it on the final. True or false is true. Then you have true. So you already have 2 trues. True and false is false. So you have 2 trues still. And true and not false is true. So now you have 3 trues. The answer is wait, what? Oh, this is tricky, yo. For bulls, so if it's true, so you add 1. If it's true, add another 1. And true and false is false. So you actually just get 2. The answer is C. Huh. Because you break after that. Can be tricky. All right, I'll leave you guys to do number 9 and 10. You guys destroyed my, mailbox. If I, Didn't already have problems reading emails on time? I'm definitely going to have more problems doing this. Oh, question 7 was none, because that key's not in there. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put in more hours for my timesheet because I'm a horrible person. True or false is only true. The answer is true. This is weird. I've never put more than like 13 hours in a timesheet. I'm already at like 19. What the heck? Anyway. All right, so number 9. Anonymous equals the string. So do this in O. So just kind of just go through it. Return list. So I'm assuming this is going to get listed return at the end. A list is the T split, so we split it up into words for each word in there. If the substring, so if O is not in there, then append it. So is the and the. I'm assuming it does the twice. If substring not in S. Right, so it should be twice. It should be E. It's is the and the. I'm doing 9 now. So, yay. I hate. Why do we do everything really stupid? I'm just gonna run this. I hate PDF. Is the right? So the answer is E for this one. And question 10. By the way, if you didn't sign up for office hours, put your answer for questions 9 and 10 in an email addressed to me with your name and your section number. Well, I guess you just need your section number because your name should be sent in an email. Yeah, 9 is E. I said, yeah, 9 is E. Yeah, 9 is E because the should be there twice. Yep, 9 is E. Question 10, people. All right, so we're opening a file. The way that the interpreter does this, and the way you should probably do this, is if you see if you see a function definition, read the function definition and then skip the body. You don't need to know the body until you actually run the code. So Seuss is equal to open u.txt. So inside u.txt, just have this. Now let's actually go back to the code, open the file, and read it in, close it in, and count the contents. So how many times you have to count U? Keep in mind that Python is case sensitive, so you need to find capital YU in there. So you have 1 and you have 2, 3. So you have 3. The answer is D. Python's a very interesting language. So. It's really funny, guys. Yeah, because I have to make the stream bigger, I don't have to put my webcam, and then you don't have to see me eating dinner, which is awesome. All right. Let's go on to our turtle problem. So in the end, you're gonna create this funny thingy. Well, something I should tell you guys. This happens a lot in people submitting these programs, and is that they look at the example. So they tell you this is what it should draw if you put this in. Don't put the example in your code. This is just really for your reference. So if you start putting things like 2015, 8, and 20, unless it tells you to use the example, don't use the example. You're doing something wrong. An example I like to use when explaining this concept is if you have a function, or you have a mathematical equation. It's like a plus b is equal to 3, and I say is equal to 3, and then b is equal to, I'm sorry, a is equal to c. So this is your function, your f of a and b, really. So a is 3 and b is 2. If the answer is like 5. If I were to, when I give you a and b, they should always be able to, c should always change to when a and b is changed. So if I were to hard code something and saying b is always 5, then I'm not explaining this really well. It's easier when you have a marker board. So if you write a plus b, okay, let me start this explanation over again. I did it really badly. If you have a plus b equals c, this is your sum method. So if you have def sum is equal, or I'm sorry, now I'm doing this, a and b, and it just returns the sum, a plus b. So if I put 3 and 5, it should equal 8. But if inside I put a is equal to 34, you defeat the purpose of putting a and b to get a result. Don't redefine your parameters and don't use the example unless it tells you to do so. Okie dokie. All right, so we're going to write a function named rectangle that uses turtle graphics to draw a rectangle of specified dimensions. Function rectangle takes 3 parameters: t, a turtle that's used for drawing; size 1, the length of the first and third side of the rectangle; and size 2, the length of the second and fourth side of the rectangle. The function rectangle should draw a rectangle beginning at the initial position and the orientation t, and should leave t with the same position and orientation on exit. You guys see my mouse, right? So look at the mouse. I'll give you 3 seconds to stare at the mouse. Regardless of how you draw the rectangle, it can go in this direction or it can go in whatever direction. We don't tell you how to do the rectangle as long as it does the rectangle. Your output may be slightly different here, but if it does this thing it's supposed to do, then I'm not complaining. If it does the specs, then yeah. All right, so let's open a new Python idle window. Let's start everything. So write a function, def rectangle. That was great. There, that took 10 years. We want our 3 parameters. So t, size 1, and size 2. This is going so fast. I bet I could type faster than what it's doing. Make sure you RT that down. I am writing tons of things, and idle is hanging. So woo, there we go. So for I in, does it say to use a loop? You should use a loop. In range 2. Oh my gosh, this is so laggy. Range 2. You want to do your t.fd size 1. I'm going to turn left because I like left. In degrees. And then, this is annoying. T.fd size 2 and turn left 90 degrees. I don't know what I typed. Is Twitch chat still alive? Someone say something so I know you're alive. For these turtle prompts, you don't need to import turtle until it tells you to do so. I'm here to test it. Lagging. Crazy. By the way, if I haven't mentioned this before, I do not recommend putting your Python files in the default Python folder, which is Python 34, Python XX, whatever version. The reason is if you name your Python file, like if you named it string or turtle, it overwrites it doesn't overwrite it completely. It's still there, but it's going to mess up when you start importing turtle or importing string. So let's run this and see what we get. Turtle. Yeah, there we go. Oh, maybe my Twitch chat's broken, and that's why I can't see anything. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I just realized Twitch chat's broken for me. I hate Flash, who decided that we're going to keep using Flash. All right, so that was part 1. Hopefully you guys are still listening, and Terry can just commentate as we go along. Question 11b, write a function named panels that uses turtle graphics and the function rectangle. Question 11a, to draw a sequence of rectangles of specified size and orientation. Begin drawing each rectangle at the initial location of the past turtle parameter. Rotate each rectangle after the first one counterclockwise. So you're going to turn left. And make sure the second and yeah, la la. Okay, so let's do this one now. I'm gonna do this. I should probably do the same one because of the other thing. I'm gonna redefine up here, and the reason I'm going to do that is because you guys can see it. All right, so def panels. No, this is super laggy. It's not even funny. Let's see if I can close any windows. All right. Panels, T, init size. Yes, for that one question, question 11a, you're only drawing one rectangle. Init size, delta. All right, make sure T is down. Technically, you don't need the T dot down because that's the thing. Okie dokie. Show. Yeah. Try in range num panels. T dot no rectangle T. Size. Okay, hold on. We can draw a sequence of rectangles specified size and orientation. Make the second. Okay, rotate. Oh, I don't know what I typed there. Almont size. I am so good. Init size, and then it's init size times 2. Okay, I'm gonna do some naughty things here. Never mind, I'm not. You normally don't want to redefine your parameters. You could do it in this case if you really wanted to. And normally I would, but I'm gonna follow protocol here. Init size times 2. And then we're gonna go T dot LT angle. Let's delta. All right, yeah. Size, is it an addition? Increase in length, yeah. All right, let's do this. Panels is equal to turtle.turtle 20, 15, 8, 20. I think this looks pretty accurate. Oh yeah. All right, guys. So, any questions? Turtle questions shouldn't be your highest priority. It is a priority. It is 20% of your grade for the exam. So keep that in mind. I'm going to just leave this spot open for answering questions for this question, and then we're going to go on. Will there be a turtle question on the exam? Yes, there will be one. I can give you that. Okay. Are there any more questions with turtle? How many word problems will there be? So it's, Terry, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 10 multiple choice and 3 programming. It's always 3 programming. We never give you more than 3 programming. Right. So 10 multiple choice, 3 programming. We are also providing the same sheets, so use your indentation for the programming, and you get the extra sheets for traversing over the code. So your little T-table for tracking down your variable names. So take advantage of it. This is the first time we're doing this like T-chart thing. We haven't done this before. Take advantage of it. Let it torture you now. And then every time, well, you could burn the exam for all I care after you're done. The panel's definition. The programming, there's definitely a turtle, and there's definitely a dictionary, and there's definitely a file. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So keep that. Yeah. Turtle, file, dictionary. And that's just because that's how Dr. Cohen does it. That's not because I read the exam, because I skimmed through them. So I don't actually remember what the programming were. The definition, the T is the turtle. The initial size is the size of the first side of the triangle, the rectangle, and it's also half the size of the longer side, which is size 2. Delta is how much you're going to add to the initial size. So that's why I do that here. Num panels is how many panels you want. So that's why I'm going to iterate over that. And the angle is how much we're going to rotate towards the left. It's not every semester we actually put a turtle in the second exam. But this year we decided we're going to do a turtle for the second exam. I think we did it last semester too. We normally don't actually. It's kind of a new thing. We normally don't put turtle on the second exam, but we've been doing that as of late when we got the new textbook. Also, 2 semesters ago, we had 12 multiple choice and then 3 programming, but that's just fun facts of the day. You're getting 10 multiple choice and 3 programming. By the way, guys, this stream is recorded to YouTube. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. And while you're on my YouTube channel, check out the rest of the crappy videos up there as well. I'll be doing some Python videos. I just haven't had time, and I'll probably record 1 or 2 tonight. Just to review on files and dictionaries, although it probably will be a bit too late. Does it tell you to run the program? Did I check that correctly? No, it doesn't tell. No, it tells you not to use the example. Do not use the example. Yeah, we've actually 2013 spring and fall we didn't have a turtle on the second exam, but 2014 we have. Are you able to cheat on the exam? As a CA, you're not allowed to cheat on the exam. No, please don't cheat. It's wrong. Like, if you're taking CS100 to take further courses, if you're cheating on CS100, you're really not going to get that far anywhere. Because 113 might be easier than 100, but 114 is pain in the butt. Also, I'll do my elevator speech, but I don't know if you guys are going to hear it. Please silence all cellular devices. Also, I will be the only one who's picky on this. If you have a smartwatch, I will ask that you put it away. Oh yeah, CS280. I miss that Jerry's not doing CS100 anymore. Yeah, pretty much. If you, yeah, if you cheat, it's not cheating if you don't get caught, but don't cheat, guys. Like seriously. Here's my quote: "You can cheat in life, but don't cheat in school." Because life's all about cheating anyway. Oh yeah, guys, don't plagiarize and don't cheat. I've actually had people, I've personally written up people for cheating. That was actually my first semester doing classroom assistanting. That's a verb. So, don't cheat, guys. Like seriously, if you cheat, then you're not gonna make my dog very happy. Like he's already not happy. Like you can kind of see him over here. He's not happy. So don't cheat. It's not good. He'll be really sad. Hi. Okay. He's well. Apparently dogs mess with the wirelessness of this. So I'm not gonna do that again. All right. Are there any other questions or topics you guys want to go over? I have time to kill. Not really. I don't have time to kill, but I have time. That's not necessarily true. Programming in NJIT, you don't really have to memorize anything. Yeah, these hands-on courses like CS100, CS288, you can't really cheat. You can't. You have to know it. There's nothing to memorize in CS100. Ask questions. Maybe you've looked at another exam and you want to ask a question about that multiple choice or something. Ask away. Ask away if you have any questions or comments. Ask random questions. How old is my dog? He's ancient. There, that's an answer. How much money did I dictionary examples? Do we have a dictionary example? There's no dictionary in that one. All right. Okay. Here's a fun one. It's actually a pretty good one. That's not what I wanted to show you guys. All right, show you guys this one. It's actually a really good one. The first exam. All right, we're going to do this dictionary example first, and then we're going to go on to do the other ones. Okay, so question 20. This is exam 4. Right, the homework is actually one of the best places to do problems. Okay. I'm going to give you guys this problem to do. I'll explain the problem, and I'll answer questions while you're doing the problem. Suppose a dictionary is a name. Suppose there's a dictionary. Oh yeah, okay. There's names and phone numbers in a dictionary. A dictionary of all the names and pairs in which the name begins with a given initial. Do this problem. And meanwhile, start writing your questions. You post up some of the questions when we asked you, but you can just. The thing is, I'm not willing to do questions that you guys don't ask me to do. That's why I'm not going to do them all. I actually have. There's a lot of questions. But there's 5 exams, 3 questions each. That's 15 programming questions. Yeah. Question 1 that says start equals 7. Let me check which one you're referring to, my friend. I mean, if you feel confident in files and dictionaries and you want to brush up on everything else, check out the common exam ones that I have there. Okay. Okay, we will. All right, question. All right, I'm gonna do question 1. Keep doing the problem 12. I'm just reading through this one. All right, for question 1 of practice 3, the one that says question 1 is the one that says start equals. Wait, no, I'm reading the wrong one. I'm sorry. Which one start equal 7? Can you give me the link to that? Exam 313. Okay, we'll go over 313 in a bit. Question 7, common exam 1. That's easy. You go to the first object, which is fruit, cranberry, pumpkin, and you go to the first value, which is cranberry and pumpkin. So the answer is D. All right, guys. Did you do question 20 yet? Did Dr. Cohen send another practice exam? Oh, that's the one. All right, so let's do question 20. All right. That's not one. Sure. There we go. Suppose a dictionary. So we have a good help if it works. We put D and initial. Actually, I'm gonna call it book. Phone book. Phone book. Yeah, I call it phone. That's it. We need a return dictionary, so I'm gonna call it D. D is equal to our blank dictionary. For all right, here's your answer for problem 20. Y'all have any questions? So what is this K comma V thing? Well, if you look in the documentation, phonebook.values returns key value pairs. And it's actually, I think it's a tuple, or no, it's a, is it it's a list? I think it's a it's a list of key value pairs. I don't remember exactly. It's a list of tuples, if I'm not mistaken. All intents and purposes, it sets K to equal to the key and V equal to the value. It saves me from writing phone book of K to get the actual value. All right. I mentioned this in class once. It's okay. I'll do key and value. Those might be better. If I did, do I still have that dictionary from like the beginning? Sorry. Not values. Not values. I meant items. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Okay. So what it does, items returns a list of tuples. And if you do, if you have a tuple, so if I had x is equal to 1 and 2, if I do x, y is equal to ex, what it actually returns is you get the first value, first and second values respectively. So if you do this, key, comma, value in phonebook.items, the key is set to the key and value is set to the value. It's actually a really interesting little construct, and it saves you if you do key, comma, v in phonebook.items. It might save you a couple keystrokes when you're typing it out. It's actually really useful. The exam that I'm on is 2-4, so this is the 4th practice exam for exam 2. It's a good question, Terry. So you can have a maximum of 40 hours on your paycheck, right? Yeah, it's directed at one person. It's horrible. All right, let's look at 20 part B. So create a function phone by area code. So it's the same concept, except now we have an area code. So you can just take this and just area code, just rewrite it. It's the same thing. I'm gonna call this code. If k.0 to 3 is equal to the code. Code's a string, right? Same thing. So yeah. Okay, 20 hours per week max, so 40 hours per paycheck, which is biweekly. Okay, good. Double checking. I feel I've been ripped off for my entire time here at NJIT. It's a shame. I've done that before, actually. I forgot to put my, they had the timesheet for the final exam for one semester, so I just put it into the next semester. Anyway, that's 20. The other programming you guys wanted me to go over was what? Oh, wow, thanks, Terry. You shifted all the questions up. Hilarious. 200. Someone just say what question you wanted to go over. I know you guys want to go over another programming. I don't remember which one you wanted me to go over. I think it was 1. $313, right? Yeah, let's do 313. So let's go here. Oh, that's. Oh yeah, it was a PY file, wasn't it? Question 13. Write a. That's not even the right one. 313. It's D equals. There might be some artifacts. I'm sorry. It's D sub K equals V. All right, right. Write a function in word lengths that counts the frequency with each words of the different lengths occur in an input file and then returns a dictionary that contains this information. The function word lengths takes one parameter, a string that is the name of an input file that exists before word lengths is called. You may assume the input file is in the current working directory. Assume that the input file contains only lowercase letters and end lines. Each occurrence of a word in the input file should be counted. Duplicate words should be counted twice. Triplicates. Is that a word? Yeah, whatever. The function call of the text with Santa does that. Okay. So there's one letter, there's two letters, there are three letters, there's one 4 letter, 2 5 letters, and then a single 9 letter. Okay, that is cool. All right, let's go over it. All right, so Jeff, let me switch to the right scene. One parameter, input file. So input file, all right. And we are returning a dictionary. So I'm going to call it D, because my hand is cool. Right. All right. Oh yeah, we need to open everything. let's do the with statement. So how the with statement works is it pretty much does the open and close for you. Well, you have to write the open statement specifically. Triplicates and duplicates. Okay, that's whatever. That's something new every day. Yeah. So what the with statement does is it does the open in this block. Oh, I should really show you my answers. Ha 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 ha. What the with statement does is so it does the open here, but at the end of the with statement, it frees up the resources. It quote unquote frees up the resources. So yeah. All right. Now you can just read in everything. So content is equal to inf.read. Now let's just break it up. So content is equal to, does it make assume and then like characters? Right. Word. Okay, you know what? It's slightly easier to wait. Yeah, split does it by new line cards. That's fine. Words is equal to content.split, and then for word in words, you get the length. The length is equal to 1 of the word, and the word. If length, I'm doing like T-style code. Length is in D, and then this is D of length plus equal 1. Otherwise, D of length is equal to 1. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys because a lot of the Caplo students are doing it. I could give you the version without it. Without it, the code looks like this. I'm going to use a lot of enters to raise it up. This is what the code looks like without the with. Okay. Yep. So with the with, you have to replace that line and dedent everything back out, which apparently that's word 2, and the close statement at the end. Well, technically, it doesn't save up that many resources. So I had some people tell me that Python is a useless language and you don't use it for anything. Well, what can I give you guys that is really cool? Well, back in the day, back in the way day when like RuneScape was a thing, I made a RuneScape private server, which totally isn't illegal unless you, especially if you're using it for educational purposes. And I had it written in Python. So maybe I should open that up one day and show you guys the power of Python. Not anyone's like intrigued to play RuneScape ever again. Any other questions you guys want to go over? Is it not? I haven't played RuneScape in a while. Oh my goodness. I have to get my quest cape back. If you guys want me to tell me my RuneScape... Oh, I changed my RuneScape name last night. I don't remember. Whatever. By the way, guys, if you... you cannot close the file after the return statement. The reason you can't do that is once you hit the return statement, the function ends, so you never hit the close line. Number 9 from practice exam 2. Well, since no one else is telling me anything else, we'll go there. Yeah, a lot of the web development applications use Python. It's a very rich language to use, and how dynamically typed it is, it's very useful for a lot of different purposes. And certain job websites, especially for web development, Python is sometimes rated #1 for languages to know. So, yeah. If you're interested in doing web development or really a lot of different applications, keep Python in the back of your head. You don't really use it for the rest of your education at NJIT. I think the other time you see it is CS288. Yeah, Python's it's a very rich platform. Practice 2. Wait. Number 9 on practice exam 2. So let me go to question 9. I think we went over this already. You check if a specific substring is not in there, is not in that word. So any word that doesn't have O in it gets returned in a string. Therefore, the answer is E, because the should be there twice. That's pretty much the rule of thumb. You always close before you return. Okay, let's go over another one. My class has already seen this one, but yeah. I don't really do anything after. So let's do this one. My class, you've already seen it. I'm sorry if you're seeing it over again. Write a function named plural count that takes 2 string parameters. The first parameter is the name of an input file that exists before plural count is called. The second parameter is the name of an output file that plural count creates and writes to. You may assume that the input file is in the current working directory. You should write the output file to the directory as well. For each line in the input file, the function plural count should write to the output file the number of words in the line that end in the letter S. Taking consideration punctuation and yeah, even if it's possessive, it still falls through. So keep that in mind. Well, that's not true. Technically, global variables you keep, but I'll talk about that. You learn that in scope. Capital. All right. So I'll leave you guys to do this one for a couple minutes. I need to go get a water break. If you're saying we did this one in class. Or I did it in my office hours, but a lot of people, other people haven't seen it. Nope. I have another classroom assistant who's answering questions for them while I get my water break. Great. What? No, classroom assistant. Another assistant. I've been being ripped off. Well, he's actually there helping me out, so it's helping a little bit. That's nice. I wasn't expecting him. He also told me another thing I did not know. When they raised the price, the paycheck rate from 8 to 8.50, they also changed the amount of hours you couldn't work. I did not know that. They went from 8 to 20. Well, I worked, but I didn't know you could put more than 8. But their guys are putting like 40 on their paycheck. So they have 8 times 4, that's $240. I've been missing out. I didn't know you could put. I didn't know you.
So you can put these hours.
What?
You can put your hours now.
Yeah, I'm putting my.
When you do it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you wasted too much money.
I didn't know that. Back in the day, they wouldn't let me. She always yelled at me if I ever put more than 8. They never told me to change. What? If I don't see you because I'm still doing my stream. If I don't see you because I'm doing my stream. If I'm not awake, wake me up because we have to go. I have that appointment at 10:30. If you sent your email for office hours, you're good. If you didn't, well, you may want to do that. All right. So first parameter statement input file, second parameter statement output file. Let's get going. Yeah, I'm late by a couple minutes. We're not gonna take it against you, especially with my room. I'm not gonna care. Sorry, guys, you wanted me to be your proctor last exam, but remember that I had that one issue where that one class was taken, and I ran like across campus to Dr. Cohen twice to get that resolved. That was a pain in the butt. All right. Where is that? I have no idea. Oh, jeez. yeah, it's fine. All right, are we good now? Do we have the same room as the first exam? No. No. You're CA, me, Terry, whoever should have put your room assignments on Moodle. I did that last night. Right. Right. So let's do this. Let's do open and close. So input equals to open again. Equals to open out again. Right. Your closes here. Right. Output handle close. Okay, that's a weird thing because I hear myself just fine. Is it still staticky? No, I need to hear this for myself. What do I sound like? Testing. 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 I need to get to my YouTube page. Go. Hopefully I can, yes, okay. Hear what's going on. Oh, that's so weird. I gotta fix the crap. I have no idea what's happening.
Testing. Testing. Okay, it sounds fine on my end. What's up with you guys? No. All right, are we good now? Okie dokie. So I heard it. So. Okie dokie. I think we're all good and happy now. Yeah, this is the problem when I have a wireless microphone, which I should just be using a wired microphone. I'm using XSplit instead of just screen sharing on Google Hangouts. And what else? I'm using Google Hangouts, which in and of itself is a very buggy platform. So, yay! And no, I'm not going to put my microphone in the oven that I spent like $400 on this kit. So, no. Let me make sure I mute my tablet here. Okie dokie, guys. Back to this assignment. I don't know how many of you are still here. Wow, there's actually still a nice chunk of you still watching. All right, so let's do it for each line. Now for line in input handle, wow, I can spell line in input handle. So we're gonna go through each line. Now let's split it up. For word in line dot split. You can rewrite the word. I don't prefer this. I can't spell. Punctuation. Don't forget to import string. Punctuation. That's better count. And there we go. All right. So, yeah, I'm probably ending around 11 or so. So, 10:45 is just quick fire questions. So I'll just answer them as we go along. Right. So you write a new line, and this should be it. I didn't test it, but it should be it. Let's see, open file. Yeah. Strip takes a string, and it checks the beginning and the end for any of the characters that are in the string that you pass as a parameter and rips them off. So in this case, string.punctuation is a string in the string module containing a metric butt ton of punctuation characters. So it takes all the punctuation from the beginning and the end. It doesn't take it from the middle, though. You can tell I'm tired. Oops. Pray for Windows 8 stuff. Exam 311. Sure, I'll do it really quickly. Oh, this is from last year? Draw graphics, draw a circle at an output at each of the four corners. Do not draw the sides of the square. Oops, that popped off. All right. What? Okay, never mind. I'm not doing this one. We're not going to see this one. Hold on. There's a turtle method. Just because I don't remember what the exact output for this was supposed to be. So I can't do this one quickly. Sorry. If you email me, I'll do it. Any other questions? All right, we have about 19 minutes left. I just want quick fire questions. So any concepts or any multiple choice questions you guys want to go over, just shoot them away. Yeah, the questions for that, we had so many problems when we was on our sparking for this exam. With 12, yeah, 12's fair game. But I'm not going to go over any more programming for the rest of us. I think we spent a nice, good chunk of it. How much we were? 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, about 3 hours. It was a pretty good stream. What to study? Go back to if you have your old copy of your previous exam, exam 1, go over that to go over your previous concepts. Go over file and dictionary. While loop is always good to go over. Pretty much everything, really. You guys pretty much know the rest of the course. Really, what the final is just pretty much this exam. Go over everything. Pretty much this exam is really, there's not much we can teach you else other than namespaces, and maybe we teach you the extra data types, but pretty much you know the rest of the course. So yeah, so go over everything because everything's pretty much fair game. Someone said to go over exam 1, question 6, constants 1 to 3. So you get 1 is here, and that's 2, 3, so it's 0 and what? Right? So 0, 1, 2, 3. You go 1 to 3, so you go 1 and 2. It's 0 and 1. However, it's a list. So when you're doing a slice of a list, make sure you print out a list. Yeah, the only concept we go on we really teach afterwards is namespaces, which is scope. But we might add one question regarding namespaces. Yeah. So 6, if you're doing a slice of something, make sure that the return type is of that type. So constants 1, 3 should print out a list, and none of these answers are a list. Therefore, the answer has to be E. They're all on my website. So here's the link. Enjoy. Download everything. Remember to use the exams too. Common exam practiced for 2. Try 1 if you really want to. All right, guys, just a reminder that, yeah, we do get paid for this. We could put in hours for doing this. But, that we are still students, and taking the time to do this is fairly time consuming, but we do it because we love you guys, and you guys want you to kind of pass, because it kind of reflects better. We want you guys to pass because, yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so when you see me or Terry by, just if you're grateful for this study session, just say thanks. It kind of gives us a motivation booster for spending our time doing this, so we know that we weren't totally just talking to air or to the internet. Yeah, saying thanks is. Yeah, let's see when you see Terry around, just tell him thanks and stuff also. We're not asking you to bake us a cake. 1, because I don't like icing, and 2, because, yeah, we don't need that. Normally, I would do a League of Legends stream after this, but I have homework due tonight, so I guess there's no after party. Yes, make my dog proud. If you want us to teach you slicing, bring us the cake. We'll help you. Yeah, if you do a substring, it does check inside the string. So if you're looking for the word the and you had there in your string, it would pass as yes. Who has office hours in the morning? There shouldn't be a change in the schedule. If someone has office hours in the morning, they're still going to have office hours in the morning. If they don't, tell me, and I'll like get my pitchforks or pitchfork really. Let me just check who has the office hours in the morning. All right, we got 11 more minutes, guys. If you haven't done your office hours, just email me now. That would be great. By the way, if you're not in my class and you're looking for my office hours, that's on Friday in GITC 2315 A. It's not updated on the list. So, yeah. Who has Monday? Connor has Monday at 2:30 to 2:30 to 4. And who else? Rob has 9 to 10:30, and Ron has 1 to 2:30. So from 9 to 4, with the exception of 11:30 to 1, there's no morning office. Wait, there's probably a professor who does. Yeah, you're all covered. Your bases are pretty much covered for. Oh wait, no, there is no 11:30 to 1. Right? Yeah. Well, remember, if you're counting the in a list, it would only count the one that matches exactly. So it'll only be one. Any other questions? Fire, go. Ask about anything. Ask about CS100. Ask about CS113, 114, 252, 280, 288, 356, 330, whatever. No, don't really, but. Computer building. I'm about to do a new computer mod project that I'll post on my YouTube channel eventually when I actually get around to editing videos. I think it's a Legend of Zelda theme. So I have to go buy like $300 worth of Zelda figures now to put in my case. Let's see who's proctoring in what rooms so I can sneak myself in there and get a room that not a professor is proctoring. What was my major? I'm a CS major. Terry, you can tell them what your major you are. Well, to be exact, I'm a CS major, but I'm going to add a minor of information systems. So if your last name ends or starts with A through CH, well, chalk to CHOK. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, CHOK. You're in Cuprian 117. If your last name CHOU to JAYME, then you're going to be Cuprian 118. JIA or JI. Anyone with beginning with JI, Cuprian 106 to MAC to MACK. You're in Cuprian 106, and then MAH to PAR, you're in Cuprian 209, and then everyone else is in E. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not. I'm a liar. PAC all the way to STE. You're in ECEC, the electrical, whatever it was, the ECEC building, which is the small building right behind what's called FMH, ECEC 100. And if I'm not mistaken, everyone else should just be in Cullimore Lecture Hall 2. No, so he's there from 2:30 to 5:30. My office hours are from 11:30 to 12:55 in 2315A. We do have the computer lab, and it's usually mostly my class. So yeah, most office hours are actually at 3100. Yeah, we got 4 minutes, guys. You got anything else? Then just keep posting away. I'll be up for another couple hours. So there's that. Hopefully you guys pass. So I guess the best way for you to thank us is if you pass. So just pass. PARs to Cuprian 200. Let me double check that. PAR is Cuprium 209, correct. If you're one of the million Patels, you're an ECEC. Yeah, I only do office hours after my class. Sometimes I stay a little bit after. So it might go up to 2:30, but I officially do 11:30 to 1. I don't know why my list on the official list it tells me I do it Tuesdays because I don't. The ECEC building is behind FMH. It's on the corner of Summit and Warren Street. It's across from the architecture building. If it's under a 300 level course, as far as I know, if you retake a course the second time, and then the grade overwrites. It's still in your transcript, but it overwrites. The third time, it gets averaged. Your best, and then your second best get averaged out. I should know this. I was a freshman seminar mentor. I should know this. Yes, my office hours are 11:30 to 1 in GITC 2315A. Yes, it's where that's the great representation. ECEC is where the bus is. They're the Rutgers buses. Yeah. So I'll see where I am. Hopefully you guys get me. I want to try to get the biggest room possible so I can do elevator speeches. Who was proctoring last time? So we have about 8 rooms and about 8 proctors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some overlap. Anyway, guys, thanks Terry for everything you've done. And guys, good luck. I wish all of you the best. Pass, please. And that's pretty much it. Thanks guys for watching this. If you missed stuff, you can always check out the archive on YouTube. And I'm going to eat dinner now because I didn't eat because I was here. If you follow the Twitch channel, then prepare to get updates on every time I stream, like League of Legends or RuneScape or our weekly tech show, or what else? Legend of Zelda speedruns that I epically fail, and stuff like that. And if you subscribe to YouTube, get ready for more tech videos and tutorials and hoo-has and whatnot. And that stuff's just cool. So, thanks guys for checking this out, and get some sleep and eat some breakfast, please.
Okay. That worked so well. Oh, well. My plugin video is totally working. Whatever, guys. Thanks, and check you guys out later.